Poland Daily Business Edition. Tonight, our guest is Professor Zbigniew Krysiak, Warsaw School of Economics and Institute of Schumann Stott. Sir, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
What do you think, as a person very deeply involved in the European Union or cooperation of the European nations, when you know that Brexit will happen and we had this British election in December that decided once and for all that Britain will leave European Union at this stage. This is a major setback.
Yeah, this is going, of course, to impact many things. So assumed, that Britain will finally, decide not to go to exit, but yeah, it is a fact now. So this will impact, of course, the budget of the European Union, and there will be more constraints, the limits. So this budget is going to be, a change from the perspective of the structure and the goals, for the expenses. And we already see now, a different, very tough approach of this different guys from the Brussels towards, for instance, Poland, Hungary, Czech, and I think
so
the
on
other
one
countries...
side they pretend nothing happened. Nothing wrong happened, everything is okay, the union is business as usual. On another side they're saying, but there will be not as much money for many policies as there was, so please resign of your share.
Yeah, so what they are doing, these leaders, in Brussels, they are looking for excuses, for explanations, They know that the budget will be, limited, and they try to find the arguments, for what the reasons to cut this, expenses or the budget for particular countries. So, for instance, currently, that there is a big talk about, the legal issues, and they said that, for instance, Poland, if they will be not subordinated, so we are going to be penalized, not getting the budget we have usually got, right?
Well, that's the underlying rationale behind the harassment of Poland in European Parliament, European Commission, according to you.
Yeah, they try, this is the just persecution, This is, if you see, they were promising, European Union said, yes, we are joining European Union, there is going to be a community, solidarity, and now you see they are persecuting. We are persecuted, no solidarity. We are rather, chased. And out of that, if we are facing, that what is happening, in France, that they are just, shooting, the people on the street, they're just killing them, and nobody reacts in the Brussels because, there is a certain agreement between Germany and the France that, the super state, they are going to create a super state. They are going to remove, states. So there will be not any, a legal right in their point of view, legal right for us, for instance, to expect something. They will decide, like, it was in Soviet Union and in Poland, in the communistic regime, They are going to decide what is right and what is not right.
Yeah.
How
does it look in perspective of what Schumann thought about United Europe?
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. Let me just cite a very short, sentence, what Schumann warned us, Schumann said, wanted to have the community of European nations, unity, solidarity and peace. And Schumann just warned before that what the direction, what can happen if they will just create a super state. So Schumann said, beware those who charm you to sleep. Beware those who would to lure you into a false sense of security. Beware the purveyors of empty reassurance on these measures. They seek to introduce by stages and bit by bit that which the soul of the people is rejecting. The final end is clear. They seek to extinguish the religious life in the countries and in the people. For the love of our children, we would prevent what will follow. It is not from a spirit of contradiction that we take the position we do today, but because we cannot betray the soul of our people.
So that's written well before the European Union started to exist.
Yeah, exactly. This is important to highlight. That 3 years before Schuman died, so he dies in 1963, and the European Union is just implemented in the Maastricht, Treaty in 1992. So the Schuman was against the superstate, and finally this all apostles of the Artiello Spinelli, forced, I say really forced in 1992 to inject, that superstate approach and this ideology into the, a Maastricht Treaty, and now this is a certain tool to, as I am saying, to persecute, to just, force many countries
to wrap it
like
up,
Poland.
so you see the exit of Britain as a part of disagreement to the superstate of Europe, and Poland, which is again clearly against the superstate of Europe, is in a much weaker position than we were like when Britain was within the membership of the European Union.
Yes, you are right. The UK, joined the European Economic Community in 1973, and they joined as a last country from the Western, and they are living now as a first country, and they are living because they reject this direction of the superstate. This is a main reason, and the Poland is a weaker, of course, but I believe Poland will never give up, and because Poland in the past never gave up, in the Second War, and we need to build a coalition, really hard working on the coalition. Do not believe that these guys, in the Brussels, they are going just to negotiate better solution. They are just going to implement the superstate, and we don't, we cannot allow them to do.
Professor Zbigniew Krysiak of Institute of Schumann-Stott and Warsaw School of Economics, sir. Thank you very much for this.
Thanks
Hopefully there will be some institutional measure to stop this creation of the superstate of Europe, but that depends on you as our viewers, as well as on European politicians. That was it for tonight's Poland Daily Business.